Bob Menendez has been sentenced to 11 years in prison. Remember the gold bars and the Mercedes? The Democrat from New Jersey was convicted of taking these bribes and acting as an agent of Egypt. National correspondent Brian Yennis has been following this, and he's reporting now from the courthouse in New York City. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Martha. Well, you just said it. The judge, Sidney Stein, handing out an 11-year sentence against former Democratic Senator of New Jersey, Bob Menendez. According to prosecutors, this is the harshest criminal sentence that has ever been handed down to a U.S. senator in our nation's history. We're still waiting on more details as we get them as to whether or not he'll have to pay a fine.
Senator Bob Menendez, once a powerful figure in Washington, has been sentenced to 11 years in prison for accepting bribes, including gold bars and stacks of cash in exchange for political favors. It's not just an ethics violation, it's straight up corruption at the highest levels of government. And while some people are shocked to see a politician actually face consequences, it raises the bigger question. Is this real accountability or just an exception in a system that usually protects the powerful?
This extraordinary sentencing comes after a jury last July convicted Menendez of those 16 federal charges, including bribery and acting as a foreign agent on behalf of the government of Egypt. Menendez was found guilty of selling his influence to those New Jersey businessmen, but also to the government of Egypt in exchange for those gold bars and hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash that were found at his home in New Jersey. And of course, who can forget that convertible Mercedes-Benz as well?
Menendez's sentencing is the harshest ever given to a U.S. senator. But let's be real, he had it coming. Prosecutors wanted 15 years, but the judge still sent a strong message. And yet, even with all of this, Menendez isn't about to take any real accountability. Instead of owning up to his crimes, he walked out of the court and tried to pull a move straight out of Trump's playbook.
Welcome to the Southern District of New York, the Wild West of political prosecutions. President Trump is right. This process is political and it's corrupted to the core. I hope President Trump cleans up the cesspool and restores the integrity to the system.
Menendez claiming he's the victim of a political witch hunt is the kind of shamelessness we've come to expect from corrupt politicians. But why would he say this? Well, let's be honest, he's playing the long game. He knows President Trump is back in the White House, and he is setting himself up for a possible pardon. This isn't about clearing his name. It's about groveling for a get-out-of-jail-free card.
These are corrupt people we're dealing with, the most corrupt people. We have a great company. I built a great company. It's got tremendous value as a continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time, and I don't think the people of this country are going to stand for it. If I weren't leading in all the polls, or if I weren't running, I wouldn't have any of these cases. I wouldn't be seeing you this morning. But I'll be seeing a lot of you, because this is a horrible thing that's happening to our country, and we've got to get it straightened away.
This trial is a total witch hunt, and I should be entitled to a jury like everybody else is entitled to a jury. I have no rights to have a jury. It's ridiculous. Thank you very much.
And let's not pretend this is some isolated case. Menendez getting caught doesn't mean the system is suddenly working. It means he was sloppy. For every politician who actually gets held accountable, there are dozens more playing the same game, just with better lawyers, a little more discretion. The real problem isn't just one corrupt senator, it's the entire political structure that allows this kind of corruption to thrive. What does it say about our system that someone like Menendez was even able to operate like this for so long? He wasn't some rogue actor. He was part of a system where politicians enrich themselves while telling us to trust them. The difference is this time he got caught. But what about all the others still out there making deals, still lining their pockets, still selling out the American people? At the end of the day, this isn't just about Bob Menendez. It's about power, who gets held accountable and who gets away with it. And now, with Trump back in power, the question isn't just whether Menendez will serve his full sentence. It's whether the next corrupt politician will even face charges at all. Because if history tells us anything, the people with real power always seem to land on their feet.